Horses, beautiful, majestic animals that can be found in many parts of the world. But to me, there's something else. To me, they are weapons of war, weapons of death, weapons of destruction, weapons of pure anguish and strategic value on the battlefield. For example, I got a prick shooting at my back, but I can easily just sprint away. So let me just practice my swings a bit. Let me just gallop over to Objective Edwards that seems to be out in the middle of the desert. Again, can someone explain to me why they put E out in the middle of the desert? Like, I don't mind it being a bit away from the town, but this far away from the rest of the action? Come on. But anyway, horses and majestic animals. I can slow up, I can take a hit, and I can cut you down with a backswing. Honestly, if I could express how much I love using the horses in Battlefield 1, it would be insane. Just most times at the start of a match, I would just instantly try to get into a horse because I've seemed to have mastered the horse. One of my friends, he's mastered flying a plane. I seem to have mastered using a horse. This is insane. Like, obviously there's probably better horse riders than me, but to my own personal skill level, I've probably mastered the horse. And it's just so fun to use. There's just something about it. Riding around on an open desert... Oh, sorry, hiccups. I'm riding around on an open desert map, just swinging a sword back and forth as you can just pick out enemies in a crowd and charge them down, either run them over or slash them down, or even if you're good enough, pick out your rifle and just shoot them off either their horse or shoot them in the head or do whatever. I absolutely love doing this kind of thing. Capturing a flag and just massacring everyone around the I absolutely love it. Just riding through town. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're run over. You're dead. You're dead. It's just, I absolutely. But then, of course, I can make silly fuck ups like that. Should have just kept riding around, wait for them to come out, let my horse regen some health, and went back in for the kill. However, that's not to say that the horse is always effective. Sometimes I just like to spawn a flag to capture it. And that's not to say that the horse is fully balanced. I've spent quite a bit of time with the horse, and even I have to admit, it's fairly broken in some areas. Broken in the rider's advantage, and broken that detriments the rider's chances. What I'm saying is, the horse, it's balanced but unbalanced at the same time. Like, it has drawbacks, but like the pros and cons, they are just... they are astronomical, but it's actually one and the same, so the problem is also the thing that helps the horse rider. And that's the hitbox detection, or that's the hitboxes. Allow me to explain. You can do 3 things with the horse, or 4 things. You can use it as a mode of transport, and the rest of the 3 you can use as a killing weapon. You can actually use as a weapon. The first way is how I usually love to do it. I just love to get onto the horse, pull out my sword, and you can slash your swords to the right side of you to cut down enemies. I absolutely love that to death. Like, I even start practicing my swings beforehand, before I enter battle. Sometimes because I'm bored, sometimes because I just want to gear up and get ready to encounter enemies. You can also use the rifle that the cavalry loadout comes with, and I don't know why he was standing still. I really have no idea why that dude was standing still, but 3 kills for me, and another kill. Now the third way is you can actually use it to run people over, but as you can see, that could be a bit broken, as well as like the horse's jumping mechanics. Like, I've pulled off some ridiculous jumps that are just physically impossible, but here's what I mean about the hit detection. Okay, so yes, I've run him over. Now that works. If you just run towards an enemy that's standing up, you obviously have to hit them. It's a one hit, they go down. Simple as. works effectively, you take out enemies. But watch right here. I go to run over this enemy, and I bugger up. Okay, not that bad, not that bad, so I decide to retreat from the situation. However, I've had times where I've had enemies laying in that ditch, camping in that ditch, essentially taking a nap in that ditch, or the ditches around the area. I've had players camping in there, and I've simply run over them, and I could tell my feet have hit them, but yet they somehow still live. Like, not, oh, they got damaged or whatever, they just, the hit detection, it didn't count. Like, the hit detector of the horse is a bit broken when you're trying to run over players that are laying down. Yet, if I'm doing a backswing on us with the sword, I can get people that are 2 meters the diagonal downwards right of me, and I can also get people. I've had ridiculous situations where I could get people 2 meters to the right of me. 2 meters to the right of me, I've just swung and the hit detection's like, okay, yep, you got him, and don't get me wrong, I've liked that, it's given me some kills, but it's just like, surely this is a bit broken. Like, surely this is a bit broken. Like there for example. How did that even clip him? I feel sorry for that guy I just killed because that didn't even touch him. Yet somehow I got a kill for it. And here's why I'm also talking about like the horse's sort of jumping mechanics. This is more evident when you're really going at speed, and I've seen some funny videos online, especially from the Gaming Bible or Unilad Gaming, where the caption is when your horse has been playing too much Assassin's Creed and the horse rider's just accidentally ran on top of a building at full pelt, he's just bouncing from building to building. I've pulled off some ridiculous jumps in my time. I've seen quite a lot of horse races on TV. I've seen horses do some pretty incredible jumps, so even I, when playing this game, have to think there are some jumps that this horse just shouldn't be able to do in the laws of physics. Like, it's just an impossibility. And that sniper is a prick. What a prick. But overall, I absolutely love the horses. However, I think DICE, you need to fix the hit detection boxes. Like, I get in some cases it's down to lag and internet connection and all that. Other times, it's down to, you know, just sheer unluckiness. But I think to an element, they need to make the hit detection boxes a bit more narrower, or I don't know how to say it, like, I don't know, narrower, tighter. They just need to do something to fix it, because I'm pulling off some stupid kills, and that's my phone going off. But YouTube, fuck you. But yes, overall though, I love the horse. If you join a game of Battlefield 1 with me, I will most likely get on that horse. If it's even hardcore, I will have to kill you for a horse. Just like, even if it's hardcore conquest, I'd just be like, I'm sorry, but there's no other way. Just pop you in the head, be like, my horsey, mine. And then if you try and kill me, I'll just probably slash you down again, just like, yay! Overall, like I said, I'm loving the horses. And what I'm also loving is apparently, or not apparently, DICE have actually listened to the community. DICE have listened to the community, and same with EA, they've actually been doing updates in the beta, so if any of you have been experiencing drops where you haven't been able to connect to the server, no, it's not a group of hackers again, no, that's actually DICE updating the game. And full credit to them. Like, usually a beta you just use as your testing ground, and then you make all the updates in the final month or so you have to release the game, then you release the game. But no, DICE have actually been making the updates in the beta! Like, honestly, can we just give DICE a round of applause for that? Because if you've noticed, look at the scoreboard, look at the time counter. Before, you only had like half an hour or 15 minutes in a match. I think you only had 15 minutes in a match, and quite a lot of people were complaining that it never allowed a match to fully run its course. Like the match would often be ended when like the other team was making a comeback. It would just suddenly abruptly end due to time limit, and I think enough people, I wouldn't say complained about it, they just mentioned it, or they said this is a feature we don't like, and DICE have got on board with it and said, okay, you know what we're doing? We're putting on a time limit. We're taking off the time limit. We're still keeping the timer on, but it's going to count upwards, so you can see how long the match is taking, not how long you've got till the match ends. So possibly, if both teams are equal, a match could go on for 40 minutes. If one team is absolutely dominating another, a match could go on for 25 minutes. Like, I absolutely love that from DICE. Thank you very much. That is a welcome feature. That is a welcome update. And it actually just shows that DICE are the good guys, EA are the bad guys. Well, most of the time EA are the bad guys. And for now, EA are actually the good guys. They've actually done something good. So, I don't know, the world's just going crazy. A beta getting updates during the beta. Like, and I'm still trying to fathom that. I've never really seen a beta get updates due to community requests and community feedback. I've never seen that before. I'm actually flabbergasted. Then there's, EA allowing for this game to be made, and then publishing this game. I mean, just, the world's gone crazy. The world has gone absolutely crazy for me. Like, I have no idea. However, sorry, yawning early in the morning, and one take. However, one thing I hope that doesn't happen is quite a lot of people seem to be complaining that the tanks are too OP. The tanks are too OP. Yeah, the tanks are too OP because you have a limited method or a limited range of methods for dealing with tanks. Like, we've got to honestly put this into context. World War One was when tanks were first coming onto the scene. So not many, military generals, chief of staff in terms of military, all that. No one really knew how to combat a tank because they never really seen a tank before. So you can't sit there and say, oh, tanks are too OP, tanks are too OP. But then say, oh, we want Battlefield 1 to be quite realistic, we want it to be quite historically accurate. It's either one or the other. If you want Battlefield to be quite historically accurate, then you're gonna have to suffer with tanks being very powerful on the battlefield, and them having to be team efforts that you take out. So that includes getting one or two assault players to throw anti-tank grenades, you yourself equipping the light anti-tank grenade in any of the other classes, bombers learning how to time the runs to absolutely pummel a tank, and as well as other tanks taking it on. You can't just... I just see so many people complain about the tanks being OP, but for me, I think it's the horses that are OP, and I fucking love the horses. The horses need to be nerfed a tiny bit in terms of like the range the swords can get and all that, but I've had enough of players complaining about the tanks. Tanks are OP, tanks are OP. Again, if you want the game to be historically accurate, tanks have to be powerful. If you want tanks to be balanced, the game's not going to be more historically accurate. I know this game isn't perfectly historically accurate, but it's fairly historically accurate in terms of like technology for the time. Like, there's no RPGs, for example. Oh, thank goodness. There's no jetpacks in space. But again, like, I can't just go up to that tank and start pummeling it with RPGs. No. I have to find a method to take it out. So I have to be careful about when I use my anti-tank grenades. I have to be careful. Like, it just requires a strategy. But anyway, that's enough complaining about tanks. I still fucking love the horses. I love the changes and the updates that DICE have done to the beta. This game is really now climbing high to the top of my charts, and it's really giving Battlefield 3 a run for its money. I shit you not. But anyway, that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys later. I am